If you haven't made your vision board yet, it is not too late. And today I'm going to share with you my updated step-by-step process to create a vision board that actually works. And why should you listen to me, you might ask? Well, I have about an 80 to 90% success rate on my yearly vision boards manifesting every single year that I make them. And my coaching clients, many of who had never gotten vision boards to work before, have had them manifest after working with me and following my guidance.
Vision boards for me in the past have not worked out. When Annie told us that we were going to create vision boards, I was like, oh, here we go again. So I did end up manifesting my vision board.
Most of the things on her vision board manifested within a 6-month period or less.
Much less.
But now it's your turn, and I don't want to take a bunch of time sharing my backstory about where I started and all of the things that have manifested from my vision boards over the years. So if you want to know all of that, I will link some of my past videos down below. Another thing I'll share with you after I share my process is my 2024 vision board, as well as the things that I feel will not fully manifest on this year's vision board and why that is, so that you can have awareness on the goals that you set and ways you might be blocking them, because I can already see where I'm blocking some of mine. Okay, but let's get into the vision board creation process. My vision board creation process is very intentional, and it's one that I stretch out over a span of days, and it goes in different phases. So phase 1 is to take care of the current energy, and I do this by decluttering and letting go of old objects and items that I have that are just no longer in alignment. So I declutter my space as well as clean and tidy up. I wipe things down, I vacuum, I mop, all of it. It's really important to start off with a fresh slate. So a good way to do that is to release energy of your space through decluttering and cleaning. After my space is nice and cleared out, I also like to burn some sage and clear the energy of my space. And moving on to phase 2, I like to get real intentional and ceremonial. I start off with a meditation to get very grounded and centered in my energy. And then grab a notebook and begin to make a list of all of the things you would like to put on your vision board, and think of all the areas of life and think, if this next year was the most expansive year ever and I went after everything my heart has been calling me to, put those things on the list. Allow yourself to claim it. Really go there. And think of all the different areas of life. You can even look at the wheel of life to help you see where you would like more balance in your life. And once you feel your list is complete, you are then going to go onto Pinterest and look for images to go with the list that you wrote down. And you might have some other ideas come up and expand while you're looking for images, but find them and save them onto your computer. This isn't a digital board. We're making a physical board. I used to not advise people to go onto Pinterest because I associated it with digital vision boards, but use it. It's really good to find images for your physical board. Save them, and once you have all of your images gathered, use whatever photo website or software you use. I use PicBunky. You can use Canva or Photoshop or whatever, but go in and make collages of all the photos that you gather just so it is easier to print. This is highly recommended. You can also go and alter images and customize them, put your faces on people and into scenery. You can even type out phrases or wording to go on your board, and I gather at least 8 to 10 pages filled with images to fit on my poster board. So once you have that all done, you're going to want to print them out, and it's time to move on to the final phase, which is putting the vision board together. So cut out all of your images, and once you have them cut out, it's time to map out your vision board. So don't just go and glue them down, but map them out so they're placed exactly where you want them. And I like to do this in sections. So I have my travel section, I have my home life section, my health section, my business and finance section. So once you have all the images mapped out where you want them, then you can go in and glue them down piece by piece. I also want to remind you just to be really intentional in this process, because the energy you put into it is very important. Have fun, get excited. Allow yourself to dream. Put yourself there as you're searching for the images and creating your vision board, and the entire process. Let it be fun. I will also put more information and instructions below in the description, as well as give you some more pointers as I'm sharing my vision board with you. But that is my vision board process. I really hope you'll try it and come back to my channel and let me know as things manifest for you. So that is the step-by-step process, but now I'm going to give you some additional tips on how to get your board to work, while also sharing with you what I put on mine. The entire top of my board is my adventure section. So I want to stay at cool Airbnbs. I definitely have my eye on some treehouse stays up here in the Pacific Northwest. And then I also have van life over here. So I've really been wanting to get a Sprinter van, and I feel like this is the year. Ways that I am putting this adventure section in motion is by taking aligned action. So that's a big tip. Whatever you have on your board, how can you take aligned action? If you have the means to go book a trip, then go do it. If not, can you research? So I've been researching and I've been scoping out spots where they have, for one, the treehouse stays in the Pacific Northwest. So putting the energy in that direction just by like starting to plan it out, not even booking it yet and just going for it, but like, let's make a plan for it. That's an action you can take. And of course, apply that to whatever is on your vision board. And then as far as getting a van, what I've been doing to put the energy in that direction is just claiming it. Like, that is my plan. I am going to get a Sprinter van. I have been looking on Facebook Marketplace, and I do have a lot of expenses right now. So putting a van payment on top of it would be a lot right now in this moment, but I'm putting the energy that direction by being serious and anchoring it in. Over here to the left, we have more of my coaching business section. I have Into the Magic Mastermind. This year, I want to put on a high-level mastermind called Into the Magic Mastermind, and it's going to be like a 5 to 6 month experience with women who want to show up online, learn how to produce themselves. So video production, maybe even creating courses, because I do coaching programs and I'm really good at them. The people that go through my programs are always like, I really love your videos and how your course is laid out. So if they want to produce themselves in that way, or creating meditation, like all self-produced but at a high level, as well as give them guidance on how to outsource the production. And that will also include like building an audience online, because those are all things that I've done. I have so many YouTube videos. I'm gonna put examples of them on my screen. These are all self-produced. I filmed, I edited, even the ones that are music videos, I recorded the audio, like I self-produce everything. And I'm going to teach women how to do that. And that's going to include an in-person retreat where we get together and film videos and do photos. I'm also a photographer, so they're gonna walk away with like a ton of content. So if that's something that sounds exciting to you, then maybe put being in my mastermind on your vision board. I also want to do more Into the Magic one-on-one experiences, like people can come private and stay here at the tiny house, and we're gonna like film and do content. And again, you get to leave with a ton of really nice photos and videos and have like a content library stacked up. But again, the tip with this is I've been putting a lot of thought and energy into it. Next step is to actually like plan it out and go for it. Outside of the Into the Magic Mastermind, I want to hold other retreats. So maybe not content creation retreats, but just like nourishing gatherings with women. I love doing them, so I want to do more. Let me know in the comments, would the Into the Magic Mastermind be something that you like feel excited about, or just coming to a one-off retreat? Host live events. So outside of the mastermind and the retreats, I also just want to host events in person. If you're in the Pacific Northwest or near the Portland area, let me know. Maybe you could come to one of my like daytime events. Right here, I photoshopped myself on a stage because I want to do in-person speaking. I've been on one stage ever. That used to be one of my biggest fears, and I actually am claiming it and want that now. Coaching, personal development, healing, all of that is one part of my career. The other part is social media. So I want to really get back into expanding my social media. So I put up here really high monthly views. I used to have really good monthly views. I got burnt out on content creation in YouTube, and I pulled back and it really hit my channel. So I want to get more consistent. I put a 1 million subscriber plaque. I've put this on so many vision boards, and this is one that I don't feel like is going to happen this year because I have a lot of doubt in it. So the things that you put on your vision board, if you have a ton of doubt, there's a good chance that you have a block in that thing from happening. And the reason I have a ton of doubt on this is because I have a lot of proof and evidence, and everyone's always saying like you have to appease the algorithm. If your channel dies, it's over. And I feel like my channel's died. They say you can't switch around and do a bunch of different topics on YouTube, and I want to talk about manifestation, but I also want to do like tiny house vlogs and share my life and talk about other things. I maybe even want to talk more about content creation, because even though my analytics and all of that have been sucking, I am good at making videos. I'm good at producing my own videos. So I don't know, maybe I want to add some of that in there. I have all of this like frustration around it, which makes me doubt being able to do it. And also another block on top of that is this understanding that the more eyes I have on me, the more people push their opinions out. Yeah, I can handle that, but I don't like it. It's still freaking annoying. And I think for me, it's because I don't do that to other people. When it comes to like I don't personally like this thing and I'm gonna criticize it, I don't do that to people. So it's frustrating on the occasions that people do it to me. Like, that's just how it is. And obviously there's some digging and healing and all of that to do around it, but that's just where I'm at right now. So I do have resistance to having more eyes on me because I don't like people shoving their opinions on me. I don't like it. I guess that's something that I have to dig into to unblock this. So I'm sharing these things so you can see where you're potentially blocking yourself on your vision board. I also put nervous system regulation very purposefully right next to my career section, because I feel like social media has really spiked up the anxiety in me for many of the things I just expressed, especially like the pressure of feeling like I have to constantly appease an algorithm and pump things out, and like there's always this lingering you have to do more and more and more and more all the time, never stop. It's a lot. So I want my nervous system to be regulated and at ease while I'm doing my content creation, because I like creating videos. I do. It's just there's all the other things that make my head spin. And that's just me being honest. Down below here, we have my money section. I put $300,000 a year and edited up my banking app to show lots of money in it and zero credit card debt. I have made 6 figures a year, multiple years in a row, but I've never made multiple 6 figures in 1 year. And I feel like I haven't gotten past a certain point, well, because one, it hasn't been a super huge priority. Like I've been comfortable enough, even though there's still financial ups and downs. So the programming that the more money, the more stress has been lingering in my system. And I do feel I'm shifting that though. So that's good. With all of that abundance, I want to hire the perfect editor. I also would love an in-person assistant. So I plan to find someone in my hometown and I can teach them how to use my camera and help me film and help me do photos and all of the things, content creation, as well as just like things in my personal life that I need assistance with. And then over here under the van life section is my health section. So this is all about fitness. I want to get abs. I want to feel good in a swimsuit again. Go to farmer's market, eat organic. It says balance hormones, balance your whole life. I am pretty sure I have PCOS. I have not gone to a doctor, but I've assumed this for several years because I have most of the symptoms. So I want to balance my hormones naturally. My intention with this is to work with a naturopathic, holistic doctor. And I have a little tip for this because this is something that has already manifested. So when I was thinking about hosting live events and the intuitive hit to go look online on Facebook for Portland women's groups came into mind, I took action. So you get those hits and you take action. And I had actually just wrote down physically on a list, on a to-do list, find holistic doctor. And within 3 minutes of looking through this women's group page, there was a post from a woman in Portland who is a natural doctor. And one of the main things she specializes in is PCOS. So I called, I left a message, and I should be hearing back this week. So follow those intuitive hits. It was all linked. I put on my to-do list, find a holistic doctor. Got the intuitive hit to look at Facebook groups to go with my host live events piece. Join Facebook group, found post from a natural holistic doctor who specializes in PCOS. All of that happened, that string, all of that happened within 10 minutes. follow through on the little hits of intuition, and that's how these things manifest, I'm telling you. I also included just different self-care things like getting massages and just doing different sorts of healing activities. And the last piece is one I have massive resistance around, and it says, I welcome love with open arms. I attract love. It's safe. I really would like to open up to love. It's scary, and I want someone who is very unique. Like, I'm not just here for anyone. I'm not just like, I want a guy, I'll take anyone. Like, it has to be a very specific, special kind of connection. They say opposites attract, but I want like the guy version of me who's like open to spirituality and like quirky and fun and likes to adventure and wants to cheer each other on and talk through things and so that's a scary one. But I feel like these photos really represent soul connection and growing together. And that is my vision board. Again, if you have not made one yet, I recommend just do it. I had so much resistance to making this year. But when I started like going on Pinterest and finding the images and all of the ideas and energy started moving, it felt really good. And now I feel like this is the most potent vision board I've ever made, and I'm very confident in so many things on here. So you might have resistance, but just start and do it anyway. And let me know, would you like me to do update videos and share as these things manifest? I can do that too, that would be fun. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go make your vision board. Click the like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things. Interact, please. Like, one of my goals is to get my views and interactions back up, so if you could help with that, that would be highly, greatly appreciated. But that is all I have for you today, and I will see you soon with a new video. All right, bye guys.